give a shifa.
Ameen.
So all this that we are announcing to you, brothers and sisters in Islam, today we are announcing that those two persons, Allah took their life last night. So this is how the life goes. This person dies today, this person dies tomorrow. And day after we say Muhammad dies. Few weeks or days after that we say maybe Ishaq died. We say Fatima passed. The day you wake up you did not hear nobody's death, that means you are the dead. That people will be talking about. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his ridwan and pleasure. As slaves of Allah, there's no doubt that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says something, it's true. Yesterday, some people in their offices, others in homes, others in the street, others sleeping, when Allah visited America with earthquake. And no one with the technology that 21st century gets and the leader of the world itself was unable to predict, because when Allah plans, he takes nobody's input. He doesn't need to take your permission. He doesn't need to tell you that I'm going to send it. He sent it at the time that he wills, and nobody can reject it. And this is what took place. And if you remember, I think last Jumu'ah, at the beginning of the khutbah, the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam that was used. At the end of the world, some things will happen. And this was discussed last khutbah, last Friday. And nobody even knew then that this will happen yesterday. But when prophets speak, when he says, when he informs, we know no doubt. There's no doubt that it will take place. No doubt that is true. He said at the end of the world, different earthquakes will what? Happen. Take place. But there's a severe one, the biggest, the one that when it takes place, even a nursing woman will drop her baby. A pregnant woman will deliver, and she will be in labor. Either she is, the baby is matured or premature. The baby will come. And when the baby comes, you will see the mother looking at her child. The child just came. The child that visited the world, his hair will be gray. يوم تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكرى وما هم بسكرى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. You will see people just like they drunk, but they did not take no alcohol. It's because that final earthquake is severe. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها. And when this takes place, he said, subhanahu wa ta'ala, يوم يجعل الولدان شيبا السماء منفطر به. People will be happy just sitting, others will be eating. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving all these signs for people to reflect, ponder, cogitate, think, repent, and amend, and get back to Allah for Allah to accept them. But only few will take a heed. Only few thinks deeply. So he said in chapter 7 in Surah Al-A'raf, verse 97 and 98, أَفَأَمِنَ أَهْلُ الْقُرَىٰ أَنْ يَأْتِيَهُمْ بَأْسُنَا بَيَاتًا وَهُمْ نَائِمُونَ أَوَأَمِنَ أَهْلُ الْقُرَىٰ أن يأتيهم بأسنا ضحى وهم يلعبون أفأمنوا مكر الله أفأمنوا مكر الله فلا يأمن مكر الله إلا القوم الخاسرون. Do the people of the town think the town, the village that Allah is talking about whosoever is living on this earth? Do people think that they will be secure and have good living, enjoy themselves? And while they're enjoying themselves, do they think we cannot strike them with punishment? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it's one of the two. Either we send the punishment at night, the time that you all are asleep, and when it comes, none of you will see it, but you will wake up early in the morning in your graves. If not, then during the day, when people rejoicing, when people giggling, when people shouting, when people singing, when people dancing, Allah said, I will strike them with punishment while they are what? Yal'abun, they playing. When the earthquake took place, some people, they blocked the street. And when it took place, people that were dancing, they stopped. Those that blocked the street, they took the signs and they went home. So if this is not enough proof for you to repent, and few days later you forget, because son of Adam, when something happens, he gets scared, he returns back to God. Few days later, when he forgets, he goes back to the same state. So Allah said, we will keep on giving you the signs, all for you to think, repent, and stop what you're doing. If not, one single day, when we seize you, that is the final. No more chance. And that's when you will get back to us. So we say to Allah, the blessing of this month, never to test us with this kind of earthquake in this country. Amen. Because it's simple. If not, how long did the earthquake last? How long? What? It didn't get to minute. 20 seconds. The maximum they gave, they said what? 45. That's the maximum. But see, if that was to take place just 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, do you think all of us will be sitting here today? That's the same thing that happened in Japan. People lost their what? Loved ones. They lost their properties. They lost their homes. But Allah is giving us a sign. He could have did the same thing to us, just like it happened in Japan, but he said just a signal. To say if you will take that signal seriously, if not, then when the final one comes, you know that when we cease, nobody can stop us from doing it. We ask Allah to give us peace. Amen. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not to test us with this earthquake in America. May Allah prevent us. May Allah give us tranquility and give us amn and security in our homes. Some people, they were sleeping this afternoon. When the earthquake took place, they get up. Wake them up because the bed was what? That was only 30 seconds. What about if that was 5 minutes? Who will survive? Scientists? Archaeologists? Astronaut? Who will survive? Except he or she that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spares. We ask Allah to give us iman. And we implore to Him with the barakah of Ramadan that the gay, lesbian among us to repent. Because they're the cause. Allah said when people start to live just like animals, men with men, women with women, if your parents were to act this way, do you think you would have been a human being today? If your father was messing around with another guy, do you think you would have been a person sitting today? So that which the parents did not do, do not create something else. Because Allah said, when people practice this, then we will seize the country with punishment.